how that turns out. It's really going to be a case of whether they're going to have a level 1 fight. Nah, they're not going to have a level 1 fight. It's going to be a first 2 minutes of waiting to see who's going to pick up the blue buff.
Maybe we see a level 1 fight.
No, we won't.
You never know.
No, it's not happening.
I'm not going to bet with you, I'm going to be honest. I'm not going to go for that one. So, pretty standard stuff there. The clairvoyance popped off, just see what everyone's got and stuff like that. And SK moving in just behind their outer and inner turrets. Pretty standard from what we've seen from them so far. And Game moving around their blue buff. So, you were right, Demon.
Yeah. They don't like going for them. Whereas if you'll probably be able to watch CLG and Solo Mid. Actually, Rock Solid don't do them. It's certainly CLG. They're all about the level 1 fights. They tend to always go straight in for them. So I'm sure you'll see them. That will be starting up after after we finish here. So remember, we're going to have games tomorrow, it's going to be the conclusion tomorrow. So we'll see the finals, etc., etc. Who will go to Dreamhack? This is the final. It's the upper bracket semi-final. Get it right. Which will see who basically against all authorities are going to play, because they've just beaten Fnatic. If you've just tuned in, you missed it. And if you're watching on the low quality stream, there is a high quality stream available. Oh, I'm sure Joe can explain where that is later on. But as it is, Clairvoyance goes down from Gamedde. Actually, Xylor's going to go for the Wraiths. Yes, he is. So he's going for the Wraiths of SK. So he's going to try and start on them. He will steal a little bit of jungle, and it's going to be interesting to see. So Farfane's obviously sat waiting. He's Mumia Mumu. So where did that clairvoyance go to? I didn't quite catch a glimpse where it went. I can't see it at all. Don't know where. Definitely saw he used clairvoyance. Didn't see where it went. Anyway, nevertheless, it is going to be Malzahar versus Brand in the mid. Swain versus Anivia up top. And as expected, it is going to be... Oh, they just spray straight in there. Nobody showed themselves, but they just like, damn it. we got rumbled. So that's kind of like a low-level elo sort of... We're in the bushes. You'll never expect this kind of thing. So they got caught, got sprayed. So Wicked wasn't having any of that. So Sleazy returns. So it's Wicked and Sleazy bottom, Candy and Nif. And that is Corki, Sona versus Sonraka and Ash. So everybody returns to lane. Where did Warwick go afterwards? As he's not actually started, not picked up blue. So he's going for a different route. So he's picked up the one golem, gone up, picked up his own wolves, and now taking up the wraiths. Meanwhile, Amumu is following the fairly basic path. However, he's now going across as well to possibly... No, he thought about having a look at mid. Alpha just dodging the A of Brand. And he's going to go down bottom and probably get a surprise. Is he going to go via... Was he going to start some red? Yes, he's going to go for red. There's no ward there, though, so, but he'll get a bit of a surprise when he gets around the side and go, oh, I'm missing a golem here. Meanwhile, down the bottom, it's pretty much pokey back and forward. The passive. I always figure, why can I never think of passive? I don't know why that is. The passive of Nifa, they're landing on too Wicked there, so they're just trying to poke him backwards. And Corki is fairly weak early on, which is why he's probably just going to do as many phosphorus bombs in Wicked's face as possible. But Wicked was very good at farming early on in the first game and the second game.
Yeah, to be honest, we saw some solid performances from Wicked. Actually, we've got Farfane with a Mumu not so far away here. Let's see if he's going to try and come around the side.
Stood on a ward.
Yeah, that's probably not going to help his cause out. And obviously, Corki knows it's there. We saw Sona just move up and ward up into the bottom side of River, and that's going to mean that Alpha... He's basically wasted a journey here from that middle area. Obviously, Minion's just coming back into play now, so he's not going to lose out on too much as he comes back in. And Rake is there, and that's nicely done. And he even gets the stun onto Althor. And that's not what Althor was really looking for this stage of the game. To have to use his first pot as he came back up, but you know that's the beauty of the wards. Expected by Rake.
Yeah, so Rake landing the pretty much all his abilities there, getting a nice land and an A on him again there, trying to do the A follow-on, the E, I can't remember what the hell the name is. Xylor is going to come around the backside of Swano, Ocelot at the top here, and the pings go down, so they know he's there. That's not really going to be too secretive there. There's no ward there. I think he was waiting for clairvoyance there, and now he's just going to ping it. He's going to... Xylor just backing out just in time, and that wall just missing, so it's going to back out, and Ocelot's perfectly fine there. Meanwhile, down the bottom, well, you can see it's still all fair square. Meanwhile, the early CS is 31 to 30, so bang on equal between Candy and Wicked, Ash and Corky, that is. And both mids are actually returning now. So Malzahar gone and bought himself a Ruby Crystal, along with those boots that he had at the start, and exactly the same, well, boots and Ruby Crystal for... and a ward. Yes, so must have early farm advantage. Brand on 31, Malzahar 27. So not really much for an advantage, but maybe it's just about enough. Going to come around, going to ward up and try and catch a glimpse of Warwick. Warwick, who ironically is just around the corner there on the race.
Yeah, Warwick just running the pattern as we've seen him do earlier on. Mumu, of course, doing exactly the same. And Mumu's maybe going to go over to the other side. He has to be careful here because he would have been spotted by that ward. And Farfane is really moving into quite a dangerous position. He's going to try and maybe get around to do some damage onto Xyler, but they know he's there. I was going to say, as we see, the stun misses from Rake, and that's going to allow Mumu to get himself out of there. That could have spelled a little bit of trouble because Warwick had already come off the Wolves again. He's gone back to them now, and he's taking them out one by one. But still, risky move from Mumu. But now he's coming down bottom, and again, they've spotted him. They know he's there.
Yeah, they've got good ward placement. They've got that one just in the bushes, the usual placements really, and the one on the tri-bush, or I don't know what you call it, the split triangle type thing. They're going to go around and have a little go at Xylo. Xylo was trying to get blue. They have got a ward there, as SK had done, which is why Althor's also come around the side. He's going to have his ulti up, surely. Well, he's going to get caught by Brand coming around the backside. Instead, he's going to finish him off. He's going to get suppress on him, and Rake's not going to be able to do anything about it. Yes, he will. He just about gets in time. Didn't quite have enough damage onto Xylo. Sona's going to come around the side, and that's going to be Althor going down. Surely, I don't think he's going to be able to get out of this one. Tries to take Xylo down, and that will be first blood. Very, very aggressive play. And to be fair, he probably felt justifiably went in there to try and get the kill, but didn't expect the rest of the bottom lane to come up and assist, while the rest of his teammates didn't quite get their back there in time. Candy took a fair bit of damage just before that as well, and Rake's going to try and continue on. They are going to pick up blue, so Xylo finally getting blue, so first blood down. Meanwhile, Swain and Ocelot also kicking off at the top there. Kevin needs to be very careful. Obviously, he's going to have Rebirth up. I think he's going to have to use it. Oh, he gets the kill just before Rebirth pops and takes down. So that's going to be second kill for Gamedde and Kevin. So despite having a fairly balanced start, Gamedde picking up the first two kills.
Yeah, we've seen the last couple of games between SK and Gamedde have been, fairly back and forth. The first one probably more so. The second one just really took Gamedde quite a long time to finish things off. But so far, so good for them. I mean, those 2-0, obviously, the kills, one for Anivia, one for Brand. And we'll see how that shapes them up a little bit further on. Down in the bottom lane, let's have a look at the CS. 58, let's call it 60 for Ash, and 51 for Corky. So not such a massive difference early on, but we'll see how that starts to pan out. In terms of positioning, we're actually going to see an ice arrow fired off by Ash. Is it going to connect to anyone? Yes, it will connect onto Brand, and in comes the dot from Althor, but it's not going to be enough to take down Rake there.
If he'd have had his suppress, that would have definitely been a dead Rake, but now he's got his ulti up. So it was just a couple of seconds too early, but a very nice shot, like no Sarasara there.
They're going to continue just to farm. Of course, Ocelot is back after he lost out to Kevin. Didn't technically lose out to him, but I guess you can say that with Rebirth.
Yeah.
And up in that lane, we have 48 for Ocelot and 50 for Kevin. So pretty even in that top lane as well. Are we going to see Anivia going back? Yep, Kevin's going to go home.
I just noticed they've changed the egg timer sign. It's now down as egg timer. It's not like a cracked egg that it used to be on Anivia. I wonder when they snuck that one through. Obviously, I wasn't watching when they did. Xylor has been and bought himself a giant belt, so interesting build. We're going to maybe see a bit of a tank wick coming out. The Rake had been back and bought, so what does he come back with? A Catalyst and a pair of boots. That Doran's ring to start with. Meanwhile, down the bottom, we have Candy has not been back and bought, and nor has Wicked, so I guess they're both building up towards BF swords. Maybe that's what they're going to wait for. Candy, you know, he's on Corky, so maybe I don't know what he's going to be building towards, but they've both got about 70 to 80 CS, so both pretty well fed as it was. I'm sure if anyone's quick on the maths, 20 times, well, so it's that 2 times that, 1,600 gold he'd be up to so far, and 1,400 up for Candy at the moment. So I guess Wicked's getting close to thinking maybe I should buy it. He probably wants to get another 350 to get boots, and that's what he's going to go with. Malzahar has come roaming around, and bearing in mind we are up to getting close to 11 minutes, which is why the wards are now going down on towards the Dragon Rake. Is just putting a little bit of damage. Oh, there goes the arrow flashing past. And that would have definitely been a dead rake because Althor was right there. He definitely got his full stack of... He could have just lined it all up nicely. Took his time and deliberated about it. Meanwhile, down the bottom there, they are having a push on towards Sleazy. Sleazy's going to get away with it, though. And the ulti does land on it. Gets lobbed on 166 health. Meanwhile, Candy is being pursued by Wicked there. Just going to get poked back a little bit. Nif and... he's not going to be able to continue on. Thought about chasing, no, but he certainly wouldn't have been able to get the kill. I think the heals from Nif would have been enough to keep him alive, and Sleazy's quite happily just sat back there. Gives the mana to Wicked. Wicked goes back in. Obviously doesn't have his ulti. Used it on the mid there. Meanwhile, at the top there it is going to be Kevin going to get taken down by Farfane, but immediately Rake's going to come around the side there. Farfane's surely going to go down. Yes, he will do. A return kill. Tries to go for Ocelot. Needs to back away. Althor's going to come up around there as well. Xylor in as well. So... happening up on top and bottom lanes at the moment. So all square and 3-1. 1 kill each there. 3-1 advantage from Gamedde from those early few kills. But Nif just getting that spray again. So finally, I think Wicked's not going to be out of port there. He's never going to be left to port, surely. I was going to say, what's he doing? However, Soraka did port, so Wicked's just left on his own at the moment. So I think they're both having a double thought. Whether Wicked was trying to bait in Candy there, I'm not too sure. And Brand continuing on up top.
Yep, and of course, Ocelot getting himself maybe into a more aggressive position. I don't know if he knows that Warwick is there with Xylor, and maybe he does. I mean, Ocelot's come all the way back now, and I think we're going to see Wicked port once we get Sleazy back in lane. Oof, down on this bottom area, and yeah, Althor taking a big hit again.
Yeah, I think he actually got hit by the tower and Kevin there. I think there was a big burst of damage there. I don't think it was just the ulti and the nuke that finished him off. Did so much health there. What's he got? Oh, God. He just ports away the minute I try and click on him. He's got 1,300 hit points, 1,390. We'll call it 14, shall we? But okay, so the ADs have both been bought. What have they bought? Candy.
Bloodthirster already.
Has he gone straight Bloodthirster?
Yeah.
Blimey, he hasn't bothered with boots. He's gone straight Bloodthirster. Wicked has. And meanwhile, Phage for Candy. So Candy going towards the Trinity Force. And Kevin's going to be given the blue on Anivia. So it's going to be Xylor just going, come on, finish it off already. I'm taking all the hits. So yeah, straight Bloodthirster. Hasn't got the boots. Will it backfire on him? Well, if Farfane comes in, are they going to go for Dragon here? They have come around the side. They have managed to get around. Malzahar coming from above. Amumu and... obviously, Misfortune, Ash, coming from the bottom. Will the arrow go through? Yes, it will. It will catch Nif as well. Nif is probably the worst one they wanted to catch. They have 5 here. Swain finally coming down. Did they manage to get any damage on anyone? No, they did not. So Althor and Swain now both down here. Althor and Swain. Althor and Ocelot on Swain and Malzahar. And they're trying to stack up and go for Ocelot. It will be a flash and an ulti from Xylor there. They're going to try their best to go for Ocelot. Remember, he's going to be able to pop his ulti, try and heal as much as possible, but he's going to get taken down. The bird almost taken down. Nif, the ignite on him. He's going to just about survive. Meanwhile, down the bottom, it is Candy pushing on towards Wicked. Remember, Wicked doesn't have those boots, so he's not been able to dash in and around. Candy's going to try and do a little bit of damage on the tower, really keep things at bay. Remember, that dragon still didn't go down. That's what they were originally fighting for, Joe.
Yeah, Dragon, obviously, they left that. It was fairly low HP, but obviously the team fight was definitely more important, and it worked out nicely. I mean, Gamedde picked up their scoreline even further, up to 4